kids. Welcome to Mr. Greg's Childtime Teachings, where I teach you a valuable life lesson each and every episode. I'm Mr. Greg, and today we're talking about destabilizing your mental state. Kids, guess what? You are a blessing. You are your parents' greatest achievements, and you have drastically changed the chemical makeup of their mind. And you might say, Mr. Greg, what does that mean? And what I mean, children, is that after you came into mommy and daddy's life, they don't think the same. They don't process information the same. Brains are a complex computer that help each and every person be the person they want to be. But sometimes you introduce a new person that you wanted so badly to be in the world that then that person no longer lets you be the person you want to be. Do you understand, kids? Do you understand what I'm saying? What I'm saying is that you changed your mommy and daddy, both for the better and the worse. Need an example? Today I'm gonna read you one of my son's favorite books. It's called Dinosaurs by Sandra Boynton. Now, what'll be special about this reading is that I don't need the book. I couldn't find my car keys for 15 minutes today before I came to the studio to be with you children. But guess what? I can recite Dinosaurs by Sandra Boynton from memory. I don't need the book. So, without further ado, Dinosaurs by Sandra Boynton. When the sun has gone down and the blue stars appear, then the dinosaurs know that their bedtime is near. So they all wash their teeth and their sweet faces too. Then they wriggle and stretch just like dinosaurs do. Their pajamas are cozy. They all put them on. Then they yawn, and they yawn, and they yawn and they yawn. They all settle down in a dinosaur heap. They all close their eyes. They all fall asleep. And soon they are dreaming, our dinosaur friends. And I'm afraid this is when all the snoring begins. Shoo, 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 shoo. The snoring goes on and on through the night. They never stop snoring till the first morning light. I like all the dinos, but I just want to say, thank goodness those dinosaurs live far, far away. The end. Do you think there's a teleprompter? Do you think Mr. Greg wants that committed to memory? Do you think this is what 40-year-old CEO should have banging around on the old noggin kids at his old personal computer? You are a blessing. You are a blessing, children. Mental capabilities. 2 words of the day, children. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again. I can't believe our time is up, but it really is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. So when you go to bed tonight, do me a favor. Do Mr. Greg and his Childtime Teachings a favor. Pick a different book. Dinosaurs.
Grievances.
Hi, kids. Welcome to an episode of Mr. Greg's Childtime Teachings. I'm your host, Mr. Greg, and today I'm going to be teaching you about grievances. A grievance is when you have a disagreement with someone you know in your life. Maybe it's your friend, maybe it's your parents, maybe it's your teacher. But the thing is, you have an issue with them, so you talk it out. But I'm getting ahead of myself, children. Let's instead talk about things that make Mr. Greg happy, and that is great literature. Sandra Boynton, a great children's author. Ghostbusters? Are you kidding me? Any one of these books you'd be lucky to read.
Let Mr. Greg tell you about a grievance he has.
I said earlier, of course, boys and girls, a grievance could be someone in your friends, your family, or just your social network. My grievance isn't with any of those groups. It's with an author I've never met. His name is Eric Hill. Are you watching, Eric? Did this make it to you? Let's talk about Eric Hill, ladies and gentlemen, an author who writes the Spot books. That's right, this is a very successful line of children's books. Maybe mommy and daddy have read it to you, children. I will read you Spot Loves Bedtime, which for me is the greatest example of the grievances I have with Mr. Hill. Come on. Spot Loves Bedtime by Eric Hill. It's bedtime. Mommy reads Spot a story and kisses him goodnight. But, oh no, where's Teddy? Spot looks in his toy box. He finds his cars and his blocks, but Teddy isn't here, says Spot. Let's look in the living room, suggests Mom. Spot finds Dad's missing keys, but he can't find Teddy. Teddy must be under the bed, says Spot. But when he looks, he only finds my slippers, sighs Spot. Never mind, Spot, says Mom. We'll look again in the morning. As Spot snuggles into bed, it's Teddy, cries Spot. Mom smiles. He was hiding under the covers the whole time. Good night, Teddy. Good night, Spot. What's the fucking lesson here, Bill? What's the fucking point? Mom doesn't tell Spot to look in the most obvious spot for Teddy. It's done. This isn't a 3-act structure. What's the plot? What's the resolution? Spot goes to the farm. This is a Lift the Flat book, which let me tell you, from a daddy's perspective, means it costs more. I have some baby animals to show you, Spot. Let me find them, Dad. Who's behind the bush, Spot? Tweet, tweet. Only joking. Why are you trying to confuse my child, Eric? What does a rabbit say? What does a rabbit say, Mr. Hill? Do you think maybe that would be a better lesson to teach them? Do you think of the damage you're doing to rabbits, Eric Hill? Come on, Spot, there's nothing in there. My son ripped off this tab. Good job making a quality book, Eric. Terrible. Did you think when you wrote your kid's book, Eric Hill, that maybe a kid would touch it? And you know, they want to grab and they don't understand lift, they understand pull? Did you think of that, Eric? Or were you too busy rolling a fat blunt with the goddamn check they sent you for this? Come on, Spot. There's nothing in there. Look, Dad. Meow, 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 meow. Dumb dad didn't even know there was kittens. Eric, it's not hard to write compelling children's stories that have a beginning, a middle, and an end, that have a lesson, that have you got to spell it out. They're children. Do you understand that? The lesson, Spot loves bedtime. That's not even an accurate title. This isn't about Spot loving to go to bed. This is Spot being too stupid to roll his fat ass over and find his stupid ass Teddy next to him. These are nothing. These aren't even stories. These aren't even anecdotes. These are just things that happen in these dogs' life. I fucking drove my car to work today. You know, I didn't be like, oh, it's a kid's story. I used my turn signals. I hit 7 green lights. That was cool. Kids, a lot of authors are taking advantage of you. They are thinking you're not very smart. They think you're not paying attention to the words that are being written, okay? They aren't teaching you a valuable lesson. Do you need another example? I'm glad you asked. This isn't an Eric book. This is Love is a Ball. Love is a ball, bouncy and bright, to throw and to roll, to hug and hold tight. What the fuck are you talking about? Children, I don't mean to be angry. Just that I hate seeing people advantage of you. Whether that be Spot the dog stubbing his toe. Is that the next book, Eric? I'm tired. Tired, children. The word was grievances. Don't make me have a grievance with you, children. Till next time.
This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. This time of year can be a lot. Having to figure out, am I getting a gift for this person? Am I not? Whether or not your family gives gifts during the holidays, you get to define how you give to yourself. And the holidays are a great time to do just that with therapy. You can get out of your negative thought cycles and find some mental and emotional peace, and it can give you the tools to find more balance in your life so you can keep supporting others without leaving yourself behind. Some of my best friends use BetterHelp and love how helpful it can be for learning positive coping skills and how to set boundaries. It empowers you to be the best version of yourself, and it isn't just for those who've experienced major trauma. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. Make your brain your friend with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/KindaFunny today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/KindaFunny. BetterHelp.com/KindaFunny.
Hi, kids! Welcome to another installment of Mr. Greg's Childtime Teaching. I'm your host, Mr. Greg, and today we're gonna have so much fun because we're talking about video games. That's right, children. Did you know that video games are the best way to express yourself?
Fuck, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't fucking matter ever in this game.
Now, I know a lot of the adults in your life are gonna tell you to go outside and play soccer and talk to your real life friends. But we both know that those adults will die long before you do, so you should chase your own dreams, such as video games. Now, a lot of you probably haven't seen video games before because your parents are trying to raise you in Kansas. So let me explain that this is a video game controller. Now, you might look at it and just say, oh, wow, I can hit these things and hear the funny things and do the clicky clacks and da-da-da-da-da, and that's fine. That's all well and good, because what this is a gateway device to the best time of your life. You should look at this and just feel things. You should know, children, that when you're holding this, you're right. And I bet a lot of your parents have these things. They don't look like this, of course. They probably look like this. This, of course, is the DualSense for the PlayStation 5. The PlayStation 5 is a great place to play video games. Now, of course, there's Xbox and there's Nintendo Switch. These are great places to play video games as well, children. And I don't want to scare you. There are bad people out there. Your parents might be bad people. You turn off this episode of Mr. Greg's Childtime Teachings. You go and talk to mom and dad. You need to ask them if they play video games. If they say yes, you should say, oh, can I see where you play? If they walk you into the basement where there's a dark corner and a computer monitor, if they walk you over there, they press a button and it goes, ooh, and it struggles to life. And it goes beep, makes all these weird little noises. And then it pops up and it's talking about BIOSes, talking about DOSes. And I know you've probably seen your teachers use them. I know you've probably seen people write papers on them. Those are acceptable uses. You'll notice that when you see people doing that kind of stuff, it's in the light of day. It's not hidden away in a place that's scary. Children, your parents do this. They're a bad person. And I know that's hard to accept. They're all you've known for your entire life. But you need to understand the bad things that happen on PC. That's why PC gamers are drawn to play video games there. They do it so they can get all their disgusting yucks in one place. So now, boys and girls, the important thing here is to not panic, okay? When mommy and daddy show you this PC gaming setup, you say, okay, that's interesting. Thanks, mom and dad. Then you go back upstairs, go to your room, and quietly pack a bag. When mom and dad put you to bed at night, leave the room. Now it's time to run. I assume you have a window. Open it, toss the suitcase out. How far down is it? If it's only 1 or 2 stories, you're gonna be okay. Jump out, land on the bag. So now you're on the street. Great. Let me tell you, a lot of good Samaritans out there. So if you can get a cup and sit in front of a store, chances are people will give you some money. Or you know what can you do? Buy a PlayStation. Wow, that's pretty great. You might say, well, Mr. Greg, I heard on the internet you had cancer once. And that's fair. I did enjoy PC gaming for a moment. I was in this Green Lantern role-playing server, and this guy said he uploaded a virus to it, and I tried to take it apart in the middle of the night, and it made this really bad noise, and my mom got mad at me. It was before I saw the error in my ways. And so really, like, I kind of brought the cancer on myself. I'm sorry, children. What I'm saying, boys and girls, is that this is gaming. This is video games. This is right. And I don't want any of you raised wrong. This has been another episode of Mr. Greg's Childtime Teachings. I hope you enjoyed yourself. If you did, go ahead and leave a comment, and maybe your GoFundMe now that you're out on the street. If you didn't, fuck off. Hi kids! Welcome to another episode of Mr. Greg's Childtime Teachings. I'm your host, Mr. Greg. And today I thought we'd learn our ABCs, but I know, of course, you can go learn your ABCs anywhere. So I thought I'd also sprinkle in sound financial advice. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Social Security won't be there for me. Let's talk about investing. 1, 2, 3. You get some money from the tooth fairy. You want to spend it on gum and nice berries, but guess what, children? That's very dumb. I bought a bunch of Terminator 2 cards when I was young. Why did I do this? I don't know. They're not worth anything and they never were, but I had the full set of Terminator 2 cards. I wish I took that money and put it into the stock market. It's very fun. It's like gambling for adults, but don't you want some? Go right now, save all your money, put it into the S&P. What is that? It doesn't matter, but it costs a lot per share. Cause let me tell you, when you're 40, money's the only thing you worry about. It keeps you up at night, you have heartburn. Is your son gonna live on the street? Nobody knows. You're in a very volatile industry where everything on the internet's happening. Will it ever work? Will it ever stop working? What if somebody does something stupid on a show one day and it crashes everything? What if we have to cancel the thing? What if somebody quits and they're mad? What if this goes on there? What if Because like what happens? We accidentally publish the Spider-Man 2 review before embargo. PlayStation stops sending codes. Xbox, they're gone. Cost of living keeps going up. Gas costs so much. I don't want to be part of the problem. I want the team to be taken care of. But I gotta take care of my family. I gotta take care of their families too. When this was just 4 of us, it was so easy, you know? You're 40. The kid's 2. You're barely keeping your head above water now. I mean, what if the advertising keeps going bad here? Like, is there an audience for a 45-year-old man talking about a 50-year-old man playing? And if there's an audience, then they're aging with me. But if their schedules are gonna change, they're not gonna wanna. And then you're definitely not. I'm not getting young people. Young people don't want to listen to an ARRP guy talk about how the new controller hurts his hands. And I mean, I wish, like, boys and girls, what I should have done, of course, probably like 2016. That's when I should have gotten fucking serious about the stock market. That's when I should have made these moves. Because now you look at these things. Can the U.S. and then don't even get me started on fucking Apple. I watched the iPhone coming. Why not? And I was ordering pizza. Like every other night and wings. So this isn't even about the Terminator. Like kids, if I had advice, nothing matters right now. You know what I mean? Your parents, they give you money to go get a Tootsie Roll or whatever the hell you're eating these days when you go out and you want to just say thanks, mom and dad, and put it in the fucking piggy bank. And then I know what's gonna happen. Oh, well, now I want to get this Polly Pocket Princess thing. Oh, I want to go get the new Avengers toy. Oh man, I hear Sonic the Hedgehog. You don't care about any of that stuff, all right? Just stretch it all out till birthdays and Christmases. Or, you know, whatever, holidays. Just save your money, kids. Don't buy things. Don't force your parents to buy things. My son grabs it. We buy it. He walks around with it for 2 fucking days. And then this thing could fly off the goddamn surface of the planet right now. He would never know. He would never care. Next time, won't you sing with me? Kids, that's another episode of Mr. Greg's Childtime Teachings. I hope you learned something today, like your ABCs and good financial advice. Until next time, it's been my pleasure to serve you.